Space Megaforce, presented by Toho.
Hey, Crash Test here, and I die so you don't have to. Welcome to a gameplay review of Space Megaforce on the SNES. So we start out at level 1, and we've got multiple shot, which is fairly standard, bog standard weapon number 1 of 8 weapons. Press the R button and you've got various alternative fire modes, so obviously you mess around with them to suit your environment. Weapon number 4 is multi-directional shot, and it will fire in the direction of the craft is moving. So if you pull left, it will fire to the left, which obviously isn't very helpful unless you press R1 and it will fix right in front of you. Missiles, weapon number 5. They're a great weapon to use, obviously homing missiles, and you've got a fair amount of fire going up the screen, so they're pretty useful. The orange orbs upgrade your weapon, so collect 5 of those and you'll go up from what level you're on to the next level. And if you collect the green orbs, then you'll go up 1 complete level. And as you've probably realised, this game is hard as hell. So you need to utilise the best weapons to suit the environment and try not to die. Weapon number 3, the circles are really good because they block fire and obviously circle the ship. And then you've got 4-way fire from the ship, so yeah, it's a pretty good weapon and the one I use the most. It was quite hard this end of level buddy. End of level 1. And the one thing you'll find with this level, when you get hit you won't actually die unless your weapon level is really low. What it does, it knocks down your weapon level, so if it goes from 6 and you get hit once, it goes down to 4, you get hit again and then you die. So it's a different approach. It means you can actually have 1, sometimes 2 hits before you die, and yeah, you're going to need that backup because this game is really hard, even on the easiest difficulty level, which actually is normal. There is no easy level, which tells you something about the game. Again, this is level 2, it does get pretty frantic, but it's a good level. Make use of your smart bombs, which you see in the bottom right hand corner. I've got 8 of them. Now the one problem with this game, not just that it's hard as hell, when you die, you start back at the start of the level the majority of the time, unless you've got some gold ships. Luckily I've got some gold ships there, so I'll start, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, I'll start in the same place, which makes the game a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, these lasers aren't too bad, but level 0, so I'm going to be pretty weak. I'm just spamming smart bombs here because, yeah, these bosses really do a number on you. That would be frustrating if you started right back at the start of the level. Yep, and every 3rd level you kind of have like a fun level which isn't really too hard, and you can just grab all the bonuses and upgrade your weapons, which obviously comes in handy. Keep getting as high a score as you can, and then you'll get more ships and as many gold ships as possible, which really help because you don't want to start back at the start of the level every time you die. Okay, these sprites are really good, they follow your movement, and if you press the R1 button they'll fix by your craft. I think they do kind of block enemy fire as well, which helps, because the main thing in this game, it is hard, but you can dodge quite a lot of the enemy fire, but it's the bullets they fire at you, which obviously tend to kill you more often than not. So when you've got orbs in front of you, or the circles, they block that and it makes the game easier. I'm not a big fan of scattered shot, it's a freaking waste of time. And this is an example of the charge shot. So 2 modes, one you can fire and then charge it up at the same time, the other time you can only charge without firing. Not a bad weapon actually, I didn't realise it was actually good until I got fairly into the game. So it does seem pretty powerful, so yeah, one to mess around with and have a go with. I still think circle's the best. Like all the weapons, multiple shots has got various fire modes, so you can press the R button and just see what they're like. One good thing about this game, it was an early SNES game, but there's absolutely no slowdown whatsoever, so considering the number of sprites on screen, it's a very good achievement. It just seems so much easier when you've got the circle weapon. Oh, that green... ah, right. First time playing the level, and you die. Respawns you right in the middle of the screen, and you die again. Oh, it's fucking stupid. Oh yeah, from the last level, the green swirly thing was an enemy eraser. So if you die, you start in the same place, which is helpful. Okay, so I think I've got hit once. Ah, it's just really easy to die. Okay, and this is the last level. The last level's actually not too hard at all, and like the rest of the game. I think it's just like one boss enemy after another. Again, if you've got good weapons, then it shouldn't be too hard. But you know, one hit and you start back at the start of the level, you really are going to be annoyed. So, Space Megaforce is a solid 8.5 out of 10, not bad at all. It is one of the best shooters on the SNES. It could have been an absolute SNES classic and the definitive SNES shooter, but there are a few minor points which really get on my nerves and really impact my gaming experience. You know, it looks great, the sounds are not too bad at all, the sound effects are really good, it's fast, it's vibrant, there's no slowdown, which isn't a bad feat for an early SNES shooter. But the things which bother me is just the balance between the speed of the gameplay, the weapons, and the number of continues. And the problem is the amount of times you will die because there's so much on screen and you have to restart at the start of the level really annoys me. And when you add the fact you've got unlimited continues, there's no real urgency to the game. I'll always go on about R-Type 3 and Smash TV, but your life was kind of precious in those games. When you die, you really get annoyed, and you want to get back on track as quickly as possible. But when you die in this, you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just one more go, I'll try again. So minor quibbles aside, Space Megaforce is a solid 8.5 out of 10, possibly 9 in all departments, just slightly let down by the really hard difficulty level and the slightly flawed continue system. Rank it above Super R-Type and Thunder Spirits and Gradius 3, just maybe not on par with R-Type 3 and Smash TV. You know, if you can actually get your hands on a copy of this game, which is fairly rare if you're going to import it into the UK, you'll be rewarded with one of the most complete and one of the best shoot 'em ups on the SNES.